Nauset Beach is a barrier beach system that is 12 miles in length and protects Pleasant Bay and Nauset Harbor estuaries. The barrier beach also provides protection from storms for the Chatham and Orleans mainland. People have enjoyed driving on the beach since the 1930s to fish, swim, and enjoy the unique environment of an outer beach. The town of Orleans manages the parking lot and the north end of Nauset Beach, while the towns of Orleans and Chatham jointly manages the areas south of the Nauset Beach parking lot. A valid, non-refundable Nauset Beach off-road vehicle sticker is required year-round to drive on the beach. Drivers must sign a registration card stating that they have read and understand all of the rules and regulations for Nauset Beach and agree to abide by them. These permits are not valid for parking in the Nauset Beach parking lot. Vehicle entrance is on a first-come, first-served basis. Possession of a valid off-road sticker does not guarantee beach entrance. A limit on the number of vehicles allowed on the beach at one time will be set each year and will be raised or lowered depending upon the life cycle of piping plovers, least turns, storms, or the amount of usable beach. Severe storms or nesting birds could cause closure of portions of or the entire beach.
There is no parking on the access trail between the parking lot and trail number 1.
The towns of Orleans and Chatham both have bylaws that prohibit the consumption of alcoholic beverages in public places. Before driving on the beach, consult a tide chart and make sure you have all the proper safety equipment. All vehicles must lower tire air pressure to between 15 to 18 pounds. Everyone must ride in the vehicle, and no one may ride on the tailgate. The speed limit on the beach is 15 miles per hour. There are times when your speed should be reduced to 10 miles per hour when it is busy or congested. Excessive speed will endanger you, pedestrians, and the wildlife. Please do not walk or drive on the grass. Go only where there are established trails. If you encounter water in the back trails, drive slowly through the water. Do not drive around the water onto the grass, creating a wider trail. It will destroy the beach grass. When you encounter another vehicle, the vehicle coming off the beach has the right of way. Pull off only into established turnouts. Do not create new turnouts. Do not drive beyond signs indicating closed areas. Do not assume that if you see tire tracks, you may drive in those tracks.
Please know there is no vehicle traffic beyond area number 7 as the beach south of this is closed. Only camp owners with valid permits are allowed beyond this point.
When driving on the front beach, drive only between the post and the berm crest or high tide mark. If you feel yourself getting stuck, check your tire pressure. Let out more air if necessary. Back up in your tracks before moving forward. A light, steady touch on the gas pedal is best. Spinning your tires will cause your vehicle to dig in. We share the beach with terns and piping plovers who are protected under the State and Federal Endangered Species Act. Nesting areas will be marked with signs, symbolic fencing, and/or wire fencing. Symbolic fencing will be installed along the entire off-road vehicle corridor, delineating nesting habit. No vehicles, dogs, or pedestrians are allowed in the nesting habitat area. Stickers will be revoked if a pedestrian, dog, or vehicle is encountered in a nesting area. View birds or a nest from a distance. Do not walk close to nests or exclosures, as this will cause birds to abandon their nest, re-nest, and keep the beach closed for longer durations. When an area of the front beach has been closed to off-road vehicles due to a tern or piping plover nest hatching, then all dogs and vehicles are prohibited from this area. Pedestrians may pass this area by walking between the high tide and low tide mark only. stickers will be revoked if dogs, pedestrians, or vehicles pass through this nesting area. Driving speed should be no more than 5 miles per hour along nesting areas. When chicks hatch out, areas will be closed to allow these chicks to fledge. This is normally 28 days after they hatch. Please do not walk or drive on the beach grass. All pedestrians must keep out of the dune areas. Please do not use them as restrooms. If pedestrians are caught in the dune area, then the vehicle they drove or rode into the beach will be suspended. Restrooms are available at the public beach at the Nauset Beach Administration Building. On the south end of Nauset Beach, from a point just south of the Nauset Beach parking lot to Trail 1, dogs are prohibited from May 15th to Labor Day. From Trail 1 south, all dogs must be on a leash of not more than 30 feet at all times, unless below the high tide mark from May 15th through Labor Day. This is a zero-tolerance enforcement issue. Dogs are prohibited from areas closed to vehicles or human traffic for piping plover protection. Owners are responsible for cleaning up after their animals and removing it from the beach. North Beach camp owners will retain traditional use of rights for their own private property. In addition to any other penalties set forth in these regulations, any violation of this section constituting a first offense is the automatic revocation of the offender's beach rights from the date of violation until May 1st of the following year. Subsequent violations will result in the offender's beach permit rights being revoked for a period of 3 years from the date of violation. This means if it's your dog, you lose your permit. If you let someone else use your vehicle, or if someone is riding in your vehicle and there is a violation of this section, then your permit will be suspended. When driving through Nauset Beach parking lot and the lower check-in area to trail number 1, all dogs must remain inside your vehicle at all times. Kites are prohibited within 200 yards of nesting plovers or terns. Charcoal fires are allowed on the outer beach for cooking purposes only. Please douse your coals with water and dispose of them in the water when finished. Safety tips while swimming at Nauset Beach and the outer beach. Never swim alone, always swim in pairs. Swim sober. Drinking and swimming don't mix. Leash your surfboard or use a breakaway leash. Don't use a flotation device if you can't swim. Don't dive into water head first, as serious lifelong injuries could occur. If the public beach is closed to swimming or has limited swimming, then you should not be swimming. Remember, you are the lifeguard on the outer beach. Clues that a rip current may be present. A channel of churning, choppy water. A difference in water color. A line of foam, seaweed, or debris moving forward. A break in the incoming wave pattern. If caught in a rip current, stay calm. Don't fight the current. Escape the current by swimming in a direction following the shoreline. When free of the current, swim at an angle, away from the current, towards the shore. If you are unable to escape by swimming, float or tread water. When the current weakens, swim at an angle, away from the current, towards shore. If at any time you feel you'll be unable to reach shore, draw attention to yourself, face the shore, call and wave for help. Shore break. This occurs when waves break directly on shore. Do not ride this wave into shore, as serious neck and head injuries could occur. On the north end of the beach, there are a few different rules. This end of the beach is for vehicles that have Orleans resident off-road vehicle permits only. All other vehicles are prohibited from the north end. Vehicles driving on the north end or Nauset Spit may only drive on the ocean side of the beach, between the post and the berm crest or high tide mark. Dogs and kites are prohibited from the north end of Nauset Beach from April 15th to September 15th. Self-contained vehicle limits are usually reached by Friday each week from Memorial Day weekend through Labor Day. Self-contained vehicles cannot park in the parking lot between 12 midnight and 7 a.m. The day vehicle limit is usually reached every Saturday and Sunday in July and August. Once these limits have been reached, vehicles will be turned away. It is the responsibility of the person registering the off-road vehicle to read and understand the rules and regulations. This person is also responsible to make sure other users of their vehicle and passengers of their vehicle read and understand the rules and regulations, as the person whose vehicle is registered could lose their permit and privileges due to others in their care violating the rules and regulations. Violations of the rules and regulations are punishable by fines of up to $300 and/or the loss of beach privileges until the beginning of next season. Please abide by the rules and regulations and enjoy your time and respect others' good times on the beach. Remember, read and obey the rules and regulations if someone is using your vehicle or riding in your vehicle. Make sure they have read and understand the rules and regulations. Consumption of alcoholic beverages is prohibited. Drop your tire pressure to between 15 to 18 pounds before entering the beach. Drive, park, and walk only in established trails. Dogs must be on a leash between May 15th to Labor Day, unless below high tide mark on the south end. No dogs allowed outside your vehicles in Nauset Beach parking lot lower gate area to trail number 1 between May 15th and Labor Day. Dogs and kites are prohibited on the north end of Nauset Beach from April 15th to September 15th. Stay off dunes and beach grass. Do not drive, walk, or allow your dog in posted nesting areas. Please be kind and courteous to other beaching patrons. If you observe someone misusing the beach, please report them and their activities to preserve everyone's beach privileges. Once you have purchased a Nauset Beach ORV sticker, it is non-refundable. Please help us protect this wonderful natural resource and the wildlife we share it with. We are privileged to enjoy the outer beach in such a unique way. Have a safe trip and an enjoyable off-road experience.